Всем привет. С вами снова Зверь-Торка. Мы продолжаем двигаться. Да. В прошлой серии пошла-поехала романтика чистая. Это так. Задание Джейкоба. На том нахожусь уже прокисло лет на 10. Вот собака. Не хватило ровно чуть-чуть, а? Вот же самонадеянный гад.
Engaging FTL drive for an emergency jump to a fuel
А
station.
хватит, сука, в систему. Самоуверенность. А, что это? Нафиг это. Что это? Блин. А дети не заниматься? Бежит.
I have detected an anomaly.
О?
Launching probe. Probe away.
Acceleration recorded. General distress.
In research projects, Element Zero is used for bioamp and omni-tool upgrades, which allow squad members who have biotic and tech powers to be much more effective.
Осталось приблизительно 10 серий записать от эффекта. И начну проходить одну из двух игр. Либо HD ремастер Resident Evil, либо Suffrage. Посмотрим. Какая природа. Безусловно, красиво. Но запомните, учтите, я параноик. Но все равно идет то, что это планета, которой И звезда, которая
There it
может...
is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but years.
Я
Looks like it
поставил...
was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Постоянно боюсь то, что может взорваться звезда.
Repeat, toxology alert.
Вот это значит,
Danger
что
of
пора
rapid
мне.
neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time 8 years, 237 days.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a
Потому
while.
что если
Why would they
взорвется
wait years to
в
signal?
реальной жизни, активации
Pause in
некуда.
beacon protocol.
Это
8
тот в
years,
Mass Effect
237
звезда
days,
лета есть.
7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
А что, Джейк, брат был прикольный, то, что твой отец был коком. Алчный против. Сварганил бы что-нибудь.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours. Following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback, activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of acting captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
After 10 years, it must have.
Ключ.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
Имя, звание. Соберитесь.
Who are you? What was your rank on the Gernsback?
I can't think. The leader thinks for us and we serve. So we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will...
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
We've been spotted.
On target!
Хрена. О.
Deploying combat mode. These people didn't have neural decay. They're crazy.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
Papa. Papa. I need help. Сейчас мы устроим Кузькину мать. 3 человека с дробовиками идут на вас. Берегитесь, твари дрожащие.
Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
В жизни всегда надо выбирать, кто ты. Как по Достоевскому. Тварь ты дрожащая или право имеешь? Я право имею.
These people seem calm, but they're part of the same group as the ones that attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
That's possible, but the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
You certainly seem to have a way with words.
You heard her. I have his face. My father forced the crew to eat toxic food. What the hell? Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough. What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
He's gunning down his own crew to keep control? That's horrible.
Well, that would make them hate him. Maybe it was just for defense.
Please, here. You could end it. You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Think on your own time. What's in there?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
Not what I would have done. But they were in a desperate situation.
How long do you stay desperate? The numbers go up from there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle, toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women. Assigned them to officers. Pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers are carrying the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
It's looking like he only activated the beacon because the men have come back ready to fight.
He let this happen, and now it's biting him in the ass. 9 years. Why didn't he set it right? I need to find this man.
Эй! Не зависать.
This is Captain Ronald Taylor. Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free.
God damn it, it's really him. Just got free. He's covering his ass.
It looks like the old bodies were posed like a warning. The newer bodies were just left wherever they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
Authorized for lethal force.
Get ready to fight!
Alert.
He had plenty of choices. A little late to blame his victims. Get over here!
One down.
Force casualty.
Отступаем. Нужно вызывать подмогу.
Backup systems engaged.
I had to keep them busy, distracted, but it's getting dangerous. Thank God you've come.
He had his fun. Now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
Мягко выразился, чувак.
Firing.
Не полный мудак.
I've got him!
Люблю закупать.
One down. This should soften them up.
Backup systems remain offline.
Years to train my guards. I'm afraid you'll have to fight them to rescue me.
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father.
Got it.
Going to ground.
Все в оборону. В укрытие. Второй момент атаки.
Moving to position.
Вау! Это я не ожидал. Вообще, это первая смерть моей героя. Вообще, ко мне бывал рекорд по минимальности 3 раза. Это первый. Тут я чисто по глупости погиб. Оборона.
Can do. Incoming.
Sure thing.
Watch out! That's not my throat!
I've lost shield.
Эй! Кажется, я только что перебьешь свой рекорд сразу же в одно мгновение. Ах ты паскуда механическая. Отчасти поэтому я ненавижу роботов. Это новая часть. Нет, это моя часть. Большой.
Moving to cover.
Moving to cover.
Incoming.
Так ты. Идиот. Джекоб, я прикрою.
Right.
Ах ты.
Right.
in the eye and hear him justify this.
Идете. Сейчас зачинщик понесет жесточайшее наказание в моем стиле.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance Space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. Toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Doesn't matter. You're running a very questionable setup here, Captain. Explain.
Of course. It was chaos after the crash, and the crew never really accepted me as captain. They rebelled and trapped us here. Once they started eating the toxic food, I couldn't control them. And I couldn't get to the beacon.
Just stop. We know what you did to your crew. Why let this go 10 years?
Who the hell are you?
Taylor. Lieutenant Jacob Taylor.
Jacob. My Jacob?
Not who you expected, Captain?
I was hoping not to have to explain this to him. Or anyone, really. You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not biting, Captain. At some point, you chose to do this to your crew. You.
What was that moment? I want to know that there was an actual reason.
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
Can't say this wouldn't be a hell of a vacation, but you don't get to just walk away after all this time.
You're damn right he doesn't. What happened here, I should vent his head. But he's not even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
Не, я ему дам эти от ответственности. Милая, уютная комнатка лет на 20. С баллонкой. Не мой стиль. Дать ему пистолет, чтобы он стрелялся. Легко отделается. Вот это то, что нужно.
Maybe we go arrange pickup for the rest of the survivors while the acting captain deals with the hole we punched through his mechs.
Now wait, I'm supposed to get rescued. The crazy ones, you don't know what they'll do to me.
I think we've got a pretty good idea.
My father was a different man, Shepard. A good man. Wish I'd found him.
Jacob!
You were a better man dead. As far as I'm concerned, you still are.
Jacob!
Месть народа, она такая сладкая и справедливая. Ох. И зло на службе добра опять натворило справедливость. это самый дурацкий. Я это... Нет, это я не перевариваю такие советы. Игра пытается меня получать этим. Обычно отвечаю, пошла нахрен игра. В таком случае, потому что я никогда... Никогда не буду играть женщину ни за что. Это причинит мне много боли. Моральной, этической. Да и другие классы я особо не шпилил. Только с летом, разведчиком, инженером, да и штурмовиком они ради прикола. Но еще скажу, что завис.
Alliance ships are inbound to pick up survivors, Commander. We can be long gone by the time they get here.
They get as much as a glimpse, and you're restricted to decaf.
Great, may as well serve it in the airlock, you hard ass.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Really? Because given the result, it feels like something you'd have your hands in.
You know very little about me, Shepard. Don't presume to understand my intentions. Cerberus is ultimately about humanity. My people are valuable to me.
Fine. You didn't forward it. So who did?
I did.
Was this supposed to be a favor? Or did you just want to see him squirm?
What he did with it was his own business. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
Слишком броско. Она ничего не сказала. Слава. Драйверамс. Она ни хера не сказала про гребаные... сообщения.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Actually, wanted to talk. Medical matters. Aware that mission is dangerous. Different species react differently to stress. Past relationship with Talizora makes dalliance attractive as stress release. Still, recommend caution. Quarry an immune system weak could kill her.
Tally is important to me. I wouldn't be doing this if she didn't want it too.
Of course, no offense intended. We'll be here to provide treatment as necessary. Minimize risk.
You have a recommendation as a doctor?
Talizora acquired antiseptic. Recommend you self-sterilize as well. Oral contact with tissue dangerous. Take precautions. Also forwarding advice booklet to your quarters. Valuable diagrams, positions comfortable for both species, erogenous zone overviews. Can supply oils or ointments to reduce discomfort. Gave ED electronic relationship aid demonstration vids to use as necessary.
Что ж тогда, тебе межпланетные романы нравятся? Был бы лет на 10 моложе ты, док. Тоже занялся таким делом?
Wait a minute, Warden. You're just yanking me around, aren't you?
Shocking suggestion. Doctor-patient confidentiality, a sacred trust. Would never dream of mockery. Enjoy yourself while possible, Shepard. We'll be here studying cell reproduction. Much simpler, less alcohol and mood music required.
What? Не понимаю этих людей, которые могли так взять просто и дать этому уму галактики и хорошему человеку довольно культурного и интересующегося этими делами дать погибнуть из-за того, что загрызла в один момент совесть. На мой взгляд, это бесчеловечно. Притом, если он останется в живых, он успеет напоследок к концу жизни сделать второе лекарство генофага. Ну где? Стоп. Как я мог забыть это? Ах ты. Стоп, а это что? Во, это то, что надо. Стоп. Стоп, технически. Не шея для разведчика. Чё ты?
No messages for you, Commander.
А я так надеялся, что ты не будешь открывать рот. При каждый раз, когда я тут прохожу мимо консоли. Но нет. Ах, не знаю. Тысячи раз одно и то же. Есть сообщение, капитан, новый, нет сообщения, капитан, есть сообщение, новый капитан, нет сообщения, новый капитан. Случай Поттера, это меня бесит. Как пугает, Кеша хороший, Кеша хороший. Ха. Так. Ты чё? Ты чё сюда? И хватит. Я закончу серию. Послуняшка.
Some of this reminds me of life on the flotilla. Cramped and crowded with no real privacy. And the people don't work together toward a common goal. There's no sense of family here. Just fear.
Ну что ж, понимаете, это место для грязи и криминала.
Shepard's supposed to be dead.
Смеешься.
Greetings. I was hoping you'd come by. I'm Ish, and this is Sel. You look like a good person to know.
I can see you're trying to flatter me. Don't.
Of course. Forgive me. You just made me nervous, is all.
You need something?
Well, if you'd be so kind, I hoped you might consider a proposition. I need skilled, trustworthy people to take care of a little business for me. Nothing illegal, of course, but it's paying work.
I'm listening.
I'm in the information business, specifically the buying and selling of privileged material. It's nothing illicit. I just need someone to pick up packages in certain locations and bring them to me here.
I can do that.
My contacts use specific drop points. I need you to look outside Merib's shop on the Citadel and inside Eternity on Ilion. Look around for anything that might hold a data package and bring those packages to me. Good luck, my friends.
Черт. Глюч видно. Чуть заряжается. ПС. Не глюч. Кен? Что?
Hello there. Might I interest you in some salvage tech? Every credit goes toward a ticket to get me off this forsaken rock.
No one in their right mind would pay these prices for salvage parts.
I know. It's crippling my sales.
Drop your prices and I'll consider buying. Otherwise, I'll keep walking.
You're right. I'll give you whatever you like for the original price. And if this gets back to Harrod, I'll deal with it then.
A source reports that the attack on the human colony of Freedom's Progress is being investigated as a possible terrorist attack by dissidents from former council races. While no formal statement has been issued, the council has...
What brought a nice kid like you to Omega?
My pilgrimage. What money I had got stolen within a few days, so I decided to sell salvage parts. You can see how that turned out. Harrod's forcing me to sell high, and I can't even afford a ticket off this station.
According to council representatives, the experiment produced no living recognize.
How much do you need to get off Omega?
I still need 1,000 credits to pay my way, but I couldn't let you do that. This is my mistake on my pilgrimage. It's my problem.
Гордый. И... много чести. Мне хочешь, чтобы помогали. Заслужил. Я ценю в людях.
Here you go. 1,000 credits. Get out of here.
Thank you. With this, I can finally continue on my pilgrimage. I'm going to buy my ticket right now. Thank you again.
Иди, бродяга, пока не передумывай.
This looks interesting.
Sources say that the Asari Shaira, or commonly known as the Consort, may be leaving the Citadel after years of bad press and rumors of intelligence leaks.
Leave, human. Tell Captain Gabon we not kill anyone today.
Расслабься.
Back off. I'm just here to talk.
No, never talk. Always watching, always pointing fingers and guns.
While some are overjoyed to see him return, others believe his false death was
I don't know a Captain Gaborn. Why would I tell him anything?
Go away. Talk too much. Gaborn's thugs get no more. We leave.
Good talking to you.
No more talk. We know Gaborn's tricks. We leave.
Безумный.
I like the seedier towns. They're prettier. They value their life. They don't have god-awful neon everywhere, like Ilium would.
I might have something here for humans. Not much.
You might snare a few tourists with these prices, but I'm not giving you a single credit.
Sure, you can find things cheaper if you're willing to risk the black market.
Well, you and I could do business if you just charge what this crap is worth.
Fine. I'll give you the uppity human discount. And that's all you're getting.
The wreckage of the freighter Tur-Alan was found on an uncolonized planet in the Dranik system. Salvage teams reported no survivors.
This should come in handy.
Survivors from the destroyed colony of Zoo's Hope have petitioned the Council for reparations, given former Spectre Saren's role in the attack on their home.
Почему?
If you're that type of person, apply to Datan Manufacturing today and look into the abyss.
Грязь. Грязь, извращение, алкоголь, наркота и пошлость. Это место, которое я презираю всей душой моей цивилизованной и культурой. Матеряшка. А вот сучий вот. Я вас презираю, суки. Дай мне повод тебя убить.
Shepard, are you all right?
How much did I drink?
One drink. That's all it takes. Racist Batarian bastard. Looks like you broke the first rule of Omega. Don't order a drink at Afterlife if you're human.
I think I'll go give that bartender a taste of his own medicine.
He won't be expecting you. That's for sure. Give that Batarian bastard what he deserves.
Выпьем. Точнее, мы его заставим выпить. За ненависть к батарианцам.
Do I know you? No, no, humans all look the same. Here, have a drink on the house. But you drank? You should be dead. Wait, you don't want me to...
Now. Drink it.
No. You can't.
Drink it, or I'll blind you one eye at a time.
Это было синхронное. Далее Шепард. Когда сейчас стойки синхронный. И как его, знаете, растяжение, ну, понятно.
Arya has a job she needs doing. You up for some work?
И что
That
это?
depends on what Arya has in mind.
Arya's gotten word that some blood-packed mercs plan to kill an old acquaintance of hers. A Krogan named Patriarch. She'd like you to keep that from happening.
I'll look into it.
Good. Patriarch's downstairs, likely surrounded by his fans. Get him into hiding until the mercs move on. Come back here when it's done, and you'll get your due.
I'll be back when the job is done.
Good luck.
Я смотрел себя в видео Андромеды. Там был патриарх. Как патриарх. Хотя... Если вспомнить, что он в сериале был женщиной, точнее, женский разум, воспоминания мысли, засунутые мужика. Не суть дела.
No. You said he had close family. He'll just want revenge. Kill the family first. Then he'll get angry and come at you stupid. And then you kill him. I don't think I know you, human. I'm the Patriarch. Arya's Patriarch. What do you want?
Some people want you dead. I've been asked to move you to safety.
Well, of course. Arya wouldn't want me hurt. It would make her look bad. Perhaps Arya's reputation is no longer my concern. Perhaps I will stay. See who thinks me important enough to kill.
You allow Arya to protect you like you're her pet? I thought you were a Krogan.
Arya let me live. She gave me a position of honor as her advisor.
She gave you a position of comfort as her trophy. Is that what you want? Or would you rather go down fighting?
I wished she'd killed me the day she beat me. That would have been a glorious death. But perhaps it is not too late to die well. Perhaps these assassins will remember my name. Farewell, human. And thank you.
Пожалуйста. Правильно. Напролом, как мужик. Да. Так, хотел. Ну, что же. А, деньги, фу, забыл.
Come on, let me in.
I heard my old friend Patriarch died. Went out in a blaze of glory. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
I gave him what you couldn't. The chance to die like a Krogan.
That wasn't your decision to make. His life belonged to me.
Patriarch was dead for centuries. You know that.
How he was. I'd almost forgotten he was a Krogan. You gave him the death he deserved. Do you need something else?
This data pad was on one of the mercs that was after Archangel. They were coming for you next.
Let me see. Interesting. Would someone like to tell me how this information slipped the net?
I'll look into it.
You've done a lot for me, Shepard. Let me return the favor. We're sending your coordinates to a cache on an uncharted world. You want it? It's yours.
What's the catch?
No catch, I don't need it, and I don't want it to go to waste. Whatever you find is yours to deal with.
Thanks. Maybe I'll come back later.
Why don't you find a nice girl to keep you warm in the meantime? You look like you need to lose something.
Совет хороший. Ну, ты опоздал.
Come on, let me in. Ari's expecting me.
So, I heard a human went into the plague zone. Then I found out about a lot of dead Vorcha down there. You know anything about this?
I saved you a lot of trouble. You should be grateful.
Grateful? Huh. Now I get to deal with the slavers complaining about the reduction in their crops. But that I can handle.
Are the Vorcha going to be a problem from here on out?
Not as bad as they used to be. They breed fast, but they die young. As long as we keep them controlled, we'll be fine.
I'll just be going.
Keep up the good work.
You've let 10 people in while I'm...
The council is scheduled to hear arguments over the next few weeks. Verlet representatives do not expect the council to take the culturally sensitive option.
Бред. Они что, не могли то руль по оригинале? И частично похожи на те, что у коллекционеров на базе. Форма в другой немного частично. Хотя так, очевидно. Одни слои, другие. Воткни гуся в зад. Ставь кочергу в глаз. Так. У меня запись закончена.